Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's live stream. We are tracking severe weather ongoing this evening once again across a good portion of the central U.S. We've got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings here in Texas. We've got some storm chasers that are out there. We'll be checking in with them here in a little bit. And then we have this tornado warning and another severe thunderstorm warning up here in Nebraska. So let's dive right into this here this evening. This is an active tornado warning that we have here. This is a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado. This remains in effect till 6:45 for southwestern Cherry, north. Let me move this here real quick. There we go. Southwestern Cherry, northwestern Grant, northeastern Garden, and southeastern Sheridan counties there in Nebraska. This is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado located here near Ashby, 35 miles northwest of Arthur, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. So this is a confirmed tornado right here traveling along Highway 2 here in western Nebraska. And if we look at our velocity couplet, we can see exactly where this is. Here is Hyannis right there. There is Bingham. Again, it just went through Bingham. It's going to come very close here to Ashby, if not directly over Ashby. So if you are in the Ashby area, you need to be getting underground right now with this confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado here just off to your west. If you live anywhere here along Highway 2 here in western Nebraska, east of Alliance, Nebraska, be advised, this is a very dangerous situation that we have with this large and extremely dangerous tornado. We can just look at the velocity couplet here and just see how strong it is, and it's just really off the charts. If we look at our correlation coefficient, we can even see we do have a bit of a CC drop here right along Highway 2 as well, kind of right here in this little notch here just off to the east of Bingham. Haven't seen if there's been any reports yet of damage out of Bingham. But this is now approaching the western side of Ashby, Nebraska. So, yeah. Wow, I'm looking at a picture of this from Jace Passmore here on Twitter. This is, right here near Hyannis, Nebraska. So this is really coming in here very, very, very quickly. So now we have two storms here. One here near Hyannis, one off to the west here near Ashby. So this is going to be coming right in here to the Ashby area. So be taking your tornado precautions if you live in Ashby or here near Hyannis. Thank you for tuning in there, Jay, Mira. Appreciate it. So yeah, definitely be really praying for these folks out here in this area. Let me show you pull this up here. Yeah, look at this. Here's some of the pictures here. This is from Mason Harris on Twitter. That's that tornado there. Here just west of near Hyannis. That's a beautiful tornado there. So definitely confirmed tornado on this for sure. That's just a monster storm. Fortunately, we don't have any chasers up in that area that we can check in now. Nick Smigo is out chasing again this evening. He is down here in the Texas Panhandle area, just east of Amarillo, kind of waiting for some storms to fire up. So, yeah, he's out there bouncing along in some of those dirt roads there this evening, some of those rough roads out there in the Texas Panhandle. I've been out to Amarillo before, so definitely very rural out there, but we'll see what ends up taking place here later this evening if he can get some panhandle magic there. You can see all the windmills there as he pulls off to the side of the road. So we'll keep an eye with Nick Smigo. We'll try and get him here on the live stream a bit later this evening. So we'll definitely try and connect with him. But that is, we got these storms down here near Lubbock as well. Most of these are just wind and a little bit of hail. But right now our main focus is this tornado warning here west of Hyannis, Nebraska. New information on this tornado warning. Again, this is still an observed tornado. Weather spotters confirmed tornado still remains on the ground. This tornado warning continues for another 30 minutes till 6:45 Mountain Daylight Time for southeastern Cherry, northwestern Grant, northeastern Garden, and southeastern Sheridan counties. Again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. It is still on the ground. Thankfully, it's only moving east at now about 15 miles per hour. So this is in the Ashby area here in Nebraska now, basically coming into the Ashby area. So if you are in Ashby here along Highway 2 or just points north, if you're south of Ashby here, you should be okay. If you live here on South Ashby Road, you should be fine here. That tornado is going to pass off to your north. But if you're here along Highway 2, there's some of these homes and things that we can see here. This is going to come very close to that neighborhood and any of these homes here on North Ashby Road. These folks here definitely need to be taking their be in shelter, because this is going to be coming right, unfortunately, over some of these homes here just west of Hibber Lake there on the northern side of Ashby. Not a ton of houses out here, but there are some folks that we can see here that are out here in this area. So if you're in Ashby or north of Ashby, definitely need to be taking your tornado precautions at this time, as this is a confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado here in Ashby right now. Let's look at our velocity again. Yeah, it's going to come right into that northern side there, unfortunately. So, Bingham, you are now basically in the clear on this. That main tornado's passed a few east. It's interesting noting here there's maybe another small, very broad rotation kind of on this part of the storm, almost like a little second area potentially trying to form with that. So keep an eye on that as well. But really, we know that this confirmed tornado is now moving into Ashby, Nebraska. So this is a particularly life-threatening, dangerous situation for the Ashby area. Eventually, again, this is only moving at about 15 miles per hour here along Highway 2. This is west of Mullen, Nebraska, east of Alliance, between Mullen and Alliance here. Kind of give you guys the bigger picture on this so you kind of get an idea of where this is in Nebraska. Kind of here in the almost basically the panhandle, I'd say, of Nebraska, kind of northwest of North Platte, Nebraska here, that tornado warning. We also have these severe thunderstorm warnings up here as well, further north up here near the Gordon area. These warnings, again, a lot of these are just going to be for some 60 mile per hour wind gusts, quarter size hail, half dollar size hail, few golf ball size hailstorms on these as well. Yeah, this one's golf ball size hail here just north of Rushville, Nebraska, and Hay Springs, Nebraska. So be mindful if you got a carport or garage, definitely get those cars inside in that area. But let's come back here to our tornado warning on this. Wow, yeah, this thing's really wrapped up. Really, really wrapped up. Yeah, new scan just came in on this. Still definitely a very strong rotation on this. Still likely tornado on the ground. Looks like it has slightly shifted north a little bit further away from here, Highway 2. But again, this is, yes, actually slightly weakened on that last scan that just came in there too, which is good news for Ashby, because this is basically due west of Ashby, Nebraska. So well, let's see what I got here. Okay. Melanie Metz is out there on that storm as well. See some of her stuff on Twitter. Picture that she posted there. So yeah, it's pretty nice tornado. Interestingly enough, today actually marks that 1 year anniversary since there was that massive tornado in Waverly, Nebraska. There on Interstate 80. And a year later, we've got this storm here, just north of 80, here in Ashby right now. So yeah, good news is this does look like it is beginning to weaken here just off to the west of Ashby. I haven't put out any update yet, but from what I'm seeing, yeah, it's also lifting north. I'm getting a little bit more northeast motion to it, which is good. But looking at the velocity, still very strong. But I'm not sure if it is still on the ground as of right now. But we really have a busy next couple days of severe weather that we're going to be talking about. We've got this going on today. Tomorrow's going to be a huge day. I'm sure Many of you guys have heard about the risk area that we have for tomorrow. So let's just kind of quickly go over what we have. We've got a very large slight risk area for today that you can see that's stretching all the way from eastern Montana back through the Dakotas all the way down into Texas. So that's what we have going on today, and this marginal risk that's kind of surrounding that as well. And then for tomorrow, we have this pretty big moderate risk area that you can see here, centered over much of southeastern Minnesota and west central Wisconsin. They've trimmed this moderate risk back in portions of Iowa. It did include a lot more of Iowa in previous outlooks, but they've actually kind of shifted this more north and west, because previously, even just a few days ago, Minneapolis was barely in the moderate, and now it's pretty smack dab center in this moderate risk area for the Minneapolis area. And Des Moines had been in it previously, but they're no longer in it. But regardless of whether you're in the moderate or in the enhanced, tomorrow's going to be a pretty big severe weather outbreak. We'll definitely be having a live stream tomorrow as well. So make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you get notified when we go live here on YouTube, as well as when our storm chasers have different videos that get uploaded and stuff like that. So definitely make sure to be connected to extreme weather videos here on YouTube. Also, let you guys know that we do also have a Discord channel that is open for you guys that you're more than welcome to join. There's a link in the description, so be sure to head over to Discord, join our community that we're building over there, connect with other storm chasers, weather enthusiasts, meteorologists. A lot of great information happening in our Discord channel. So looking at this tornado warned storm, again, this was a confirmed tornado on this storm. It looks like we've got another update here on this. Tornado warning remains in effect. Confirmed extremely dangerous tornado located over Ashby, moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. This is a weather spotters confirmed. So still is confirmed, still observed. This storm not only has a tornado, but it also has some massive hail on it. We're talking some tennis ball size hail on this, 3-inch hail with this storm as well. So this is coming right across Highway 2 there between mile marker 124 and 151. So pretty big storm with this. This actually might be kind of cycling. The tornado was sitting over here, and we might be seeing a new area developing kind of back off to the west of where it was. So kind of might be dropping back a little bit to the southwest. The good news is right here in downtown Ashby, this is now still off to your north. So I think those here right in this immediate Ashby area. Now, if you're on North Ashby Road, up here north of Ashby, you are definitely still in the danger zone. But I do believe right here along Highway 2, now with this moving off to the northeast, Ashby, you're about to be in a safe spot here, but still have to wait because we, like I was mentioning, kind of just off to the west when we're looking at the velocities, we have almost a little new area of rotation kind of developing right in that area. And again, it is moving off to the east-northeast. So here's Ashby down here. So it does appear like it'll pass off to the north of Ashby. But again, we got to wait until this is north and then eventually northeast before Ashby you're in the clear. Right now, you're still definitely need to be taking shelter in Ashby, and especially if you live north of Ashby, there on North Ashby Road. This is a life-threatening situation. Very strong tornado here that we can see here. So, yeah, new scan just came in with that. So yeah, still really strong rotation on this now basically just off to the northwest of Ashby. And a new tornado warning on this storm here northeast of Hyannis. We were just talking about this here a minute ago, and now they've gone ahead. You can see here on this here, this is a tornado warning, radar indicator rotation. This is for southwestern Cherry County and northeastern Grant County there in west central Nebraska. That goes till 7:15 Mountain Daylight Time. This is near Whitman, moving north at 15 miles per hour. Tornado hail up to 2-inch in diameter. We can see clearly our area of rotation on this storm. Let's put this in split view here. Right in here, that's where our area of rotation is on that new tornado warning there. This is, here's Hyannis kind of down here. And that is just off to the northeast of that area. And then here's the Ashby storm that we have a confirmed tornado. This is looking better. This is definitely, on this last scan, we've really kind of seen that couplet tighten up again here just off to the west-northwest of Ashby, Nebraska. So definitely still continue to be taking cover there in the Ashby area. Folks, if you're here on the live stream with us this evening, feel free to hop in the chat. Let us know where you're watching from. Always great to have a great community here on the live streams with us. We definitely, if you have any questions or want us to take a look at a particular storm in your area, you can definitely leave a message there on the chat and we'll see that and we'll take a look at that storm. But I do try and bounce around through the different storms, but when we've got a confirmed tornado, I do like to kind of just take some time to really focus in on that particular storm. And this one here near Ashby, again, this has been confirmed, so we're continuing to really closely monitor this storm here as it continues. I mean, we can see that is just a classic supercell there. So definitely one that we will keep a close eye on. Man, that is just a beast of a storm. Kind of want to take a look at. It's almost like really two supercells. So we have this one here, and then we've got the second area of rotation here on this part of the storm. That went tornado warned here northeast of Hyannis. Also, keeping an eye on some of these storms up here. These have been showing some golf ball size hail on this with some of these storms. This is kind of east of Shadron, near the Nebraska, South Dakota border. This is basically due south of Badlands National Park. So this is really pretty rural area. It's actually an Indian reservation out here. I've been out in this area myself. So, but I'm sure these storms here definitely look like they're dropping some pretty big hail. Especially this one here, kind of southwest of Pine Ridge. Pine Ridge is doing okay, but got to keep an eye on these storms kind of coming up from the south there. Those are going to be dropping some pretty big hail. That new severe thunderstorm warning, again, this is for 1.5 inch hail. This goes till 7:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time there for southern Ogallala, Lakota County there in southwestern South Dakota. And then this one just had an update. The severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect till 6:45 for north central Sheridan County. That is there in Nebraska, coming into the South Dakota area. $0.5 size hail on that. Wow, look at this. Look at the signature on this tornadic storm here. I'm going to turn the split view off temporarily. Just look at that signature there. That is perfectly designed. You got your bowling ball down here, and then your flying eagle pattern here, and then here's your rear flank downdraft coming into the storm down there. Like, wow, that is a beautiful looking supercell right there, if I must say so myself on that. And then we've got this area here, that second area of rotation. Flip it back over to the velocities. Wow, that is impressive. Yeah, Ashby, if you're here along Highway 2, in the Ashby area, you are in the clear now. This is definitely staying off to the north. If you're here on the northern side of Ashby, live here on North Ashby Road, this is going to likely be crossing North Ashby Road, kind of here near the intersection of Castle Lake Drive and North Ashby Road. So basically in that area is where it's going to be coming over, right in this, near that intersection there, north of 2. This other tornado warning still showing rotation on it, but definitely not nearly as strong as this confirmed tornado that we have over here in the Ashby, Nebraska area. New scan just came in on that. Let's kind of come back down here real quick. I want to see what's going on down here in Texas. All right, so all of our severe warnings in Texas have actually dropped off the board now for these storms that were in and around Lubbock. Yeah, those are definitely kind of falling apart. So not really anything going on down there now. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning over here in Mississippi, though, it looks like. Just kind of west of Meridian, Mississippi. This continues here for another 8 minutes. 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts for that storm. And then we've got this severe thunderstorm warning as well coming out of the Billings office. This one has a 1 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. That is still in effect till 7 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, so about another 23 minutes. There for southwestern Custer and northwestern Powder River counties there in Montana. So, but Nebraska was the place to be today. You know, it was interesting because I was looking at some of the computer models earlier today, like the HRRR, and I was thinking uh, one of the areas I would have gone if I was out chasing today would have actually been western Nebraska. I just kind of looks pretty good to me. So let me flip this over real quick. Let's go full screen on the radar. Let's see if I can get a hold of Nick. Wow, this is just really something else here. Oh, this one over here, northeast of Hyannis, is kind of getting a little bit stronger. The couplet on it's definitely looking better here. But this one here, north of Ashby now, that's definitely still on the ground. That's unreal. I wish Melanie or someone was out there chasing with a live stream that we could check out. I think it's got to be massive, massive tornado. Oh yeah, Ryan Scholl posted this video. Look at this. That's that 1 year Hyannis, man. There's some big hail too on that. Wow, that is something else there. Amazing. Sure is amazing. And there it is here on radar. Wow, that thing is just a massive, massive tornado. So we got those 2 tornado warnings, which is still so interesting that, it's 2 supercells. Obviously, this one here to the west is the stronger of the 2 and better organized, but this one here on the right-hand side is definitely trying to get its act together a little bit more, and might have something getting somewhere. That tornado warning here on the east goes for another 32 minutes. Still no confirmed tornado tag on it. This one here they'll probably reissue. This warning here is about to expire, but I'm sure they're going to reissue a new tornado warning on this here in just a minute. Okay, so here's our new tornado warning. They just reissued on this. Again, this is still a observed tornado on the grounds. This is as of 6:43 p.m. Tornado warning here for southwestern Cherry County, northwestern Grant County, and southeastern Sheridan County here in Nebraska. Goes till 7:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado located near Ashby. Again, this is on the northern side of Ashby. Moving northeast at 15 miles per hour. There's a weather spotter's confirmed tornado. Still remains on the ground. So, again, if you are north of Ashby, be mindful this is still on the ground. This is expected to remain over mainly rural areas of southwestern Cherry, northwestern Grant, and southeastern Sheridan counties, including Finnegan Lake, Dipping Vat Meadow, and Mother Lake. This includes the following highways: Highway 2, there that we've been talking about between mile marker 131 and 138, and Highway 61 between mile marker 162 and 170. So the old warning has expired. This thing is definitely still on the ground. Yep. So here's that intersection I was talking about. It looks like it's passing just off to the north of that intersection here on North Ashby Road. So it's going to cross that road. There is Melvin Lake right there, and here is Mother Lake. So yeah, it's going to come pretty close over here to Mother Lake area that they mentioned in that warning. But man, that is just an insanely massive tornado when you're looking at a velocity signature on there like that. And you can even see here, it's probably lost some debris and kicking it out to the east from that RFD, picking a little bit of that up on the radar there. This one here is, let's take a look at our eastern tornado warning. Still looking okay. New scan. It's not super strong rotation, not nearly as well defined as our western storm. But these are the 2 storms of the day, folks, that we've got going on here in Nebraska. So Nebraska definitely so far the place to be. Got another severe thunderstorm warning here in Montana that was just issued. This is for central Bighorn County, south central Rosebud County. That goes till 7:45. Could see some $50 size hail winds up to maybe 60 miles per hour on this storm here. This is right here along Interstate 90. So if you're traveling on Interstate 90 between Crow Agency and Lodge Grass or 451, you've got some decent hail here on this storm. Yeah, right here along Interstate 90, just north of Lodge Grass, dropping some $half size hail on that storm. So, and then we've got this storm over here as well with a little bit of hail here. Kind of northeast of Kirby there on 314. So that's another warning. Have anything? Still nothing going on in Texas. Next me goes. Oh, who's up here in Arthur? We've got someone here in Arthur. That's Mr. Ryan Pitt there in Arthur. Okay, I wonder if he might be able to fly up a couple counties north and get on that. So we'll have to keep an eye on him there. Just kind of come right up 61 almost. There's Valentine and Cody. I remember we're in Lusk. Been a few years since I've been out in Nebraska. Man, I just cannot get over the look of this storm here on the radar. Like, if anyone's ever wondering what a supercell looks like when you're looking at it on radar, this is exactly what we would say is basically a textbook-looking supercell on radar. So we've got our hook, really well wrapped up hook here. Basically right down here where you've got your inflow coming into the storm. And then on this side here, this is where you have your RFD. So you have all these outflow winds kind of coming out of the storm from there. And then a lot of times with these types of situations, this one doesn't have quite as much of a bright hail spike, but a lot of times your hail and heavy precip is going to be kind of here on the northern side of the tornado. See what our hail's actually looking like on this. I mean, sometimes you get wrapped up in there. But that is just perfectly textbook supercell. This one down here south of Hyannis is trying to get its act together as well. This one here a little bit. It's trying to get a little inflow notch actually going here on this one. New update on this tornado warning. So tornado warning remains in effect till 7:30 p.m. for southwestern Cherry, northwestern Grant, and southeastern Sheridan counties. At 6:51, confirmed large and extremely dangerous tornado was located 7 miles north of Ashby, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Again, this is a Weather Spotters confirmed tornado that remains on the ground. So this is 7 miles north of Ashby. Thankfully, this is staying north of that area. But there are some homes in rural areas out there. So if you're north of Ashby in Finnegan Lake, Dipping Vat Meadow, especially Mother Lake area there in Nebraska. This is basically heading right for that area. So here's Mother Lake. It's basically about to come right into Mother Lake right now. So, Nebraska on the board today with that. Texas didn't quite pan out today in the Texas Panhandle. I thought it might have been an area, but definitely did not quite pan out there. As Cap hasn't been able to break down there, so storms didn't really fire off. They tried, but didn't quite happen down there in Texas. At least not like it has up here in Nebraska with this storm. So, yeah, Ryan Pitt looks like he's traveling north here on 61. So he may head up here, probably try and see what's kind of going on in and around the Ashby and Hyannis area. Now that new scan, this storm's actually kind of lost a little bit. Let's flip. Which radar site was I on? Yeah, I'm on that one. Yeah, it's kind of wrapped up a little bit. Let's go to velocities. This actually might finally be weakening here, the western one here north of Ashby. Maybe, maybe not. New scan just came in. This storm here to the south might actually be disrupting the one to the north a little bit. This one here, yeah, south of Hyannis, starting to show some rotation now, so might be disrupting a little bit. It's crazy that we really have three little supercells altogether. One here, and now a new one developing here, basically right over and north of Hyannis, Nebraska, where that previous tornado was. Right here near the Grant County Airport. Currently just severe thunderstorm warned, but we'll definitely have to keep an eye on some of these tonight. But really, guys, as you can see here, just by taking a look, we've had quite a few days. I mean, obviously today I wouldn't say obviously is a tornado outbreak. We've had a few. Just a slight risk today. But some of these tornadoes that we've seen, just looking at some of the pictures and stuff like that I've seen on Twitter and things like that, absolutely really photogenic. Hopefully they've done minimal damage to houses. I'm sure there's some, unfortunately, in the Hyannis and Ashby area, especially north of Ashby there. So hopefully folks in that area are okay out there. But we'll continue covering it. I think tomorrow is going to be a really, really big day. Again, if you weren't on the stream earlier, this is our risk area that we're looking at for tomorrow. This moderate risk area. I don't know if Storm Prediction Center will upgrade to high risk. Maybe they will. Maybe not. But the parameters are in place for a pretty big outbreak. Unlike today where we've just had a few here and there. Tomorrow I think we'll definitely see a little bit more numerous of an outbreak really here for much of southeast Minnesota, western central Wisconsin, and northern Iowa and northeast Iowa. Even stretching back down here though, even just because it's in slight risk area, doesn't mean that there can't be any tornadoes in these areas. They just may not be quite as strong of tornadoes. But I do think, even back through, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, even to the northwest Dallas, there's definitely a tornado threat, But we can see here, we've got this, 15% hatched risk and 10% hatched tornado threat area for tomorrow. That includes, the Minneapolis metro all the way down here, basically to Fort Dodge, and near Waterloo, and then up here northwest of Madison, Wisconsin. So if you live in these areas, my brother is actually up in the Minneapolis area, so I've already spoken with him, particularly about this. And this area hasn't seen a huge tornado threat like this in a couple years. So I think tomorrow is going to be a day that people really need to pay attention to and make sure that they have a plan in place for tomorrow. We'll definitely be doing a live stream tomorrow covering this. I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about tomorrow. Multiple warnings. We'll probably have our team on as well, so it won't be just me. Hopefully we'll get to have some of our team members on the live stream as well to discuss and analyze all the ongoing severe weather with tomorrow's outbreak as well. And then the following day, the threat shifts east. They've actually put out an enhanced risk for portions of New York, Pennsylvania, back into Ohio. That is for Tuesday, and that slight risk continues to expand all the way back into Texas. So really we've got the next couple days with severe weather, and even on Wednesday there's an area, I don't see it here on this map, but risk area in Texas as well. So we've got a lot of weather that we'll be covering here these really the first half of this week, at least through Wednesday it looks like, that will have storms that we'll be talking about. And it's really all because we've got this system that's kind of coming out of the Rockies that we have today, and that's going to move off to the east. You can see kind of out east, everything's quiet. That will change in the next couple of days. So here's another look at these storms in Nebraska. Let's take one last look here. Probably going to wrap up the stream here in a little bit because I know I've got a big day tomorrow. We'll have a multi-hour stream throughout the evening tomorrow, I'm sure. So I'm going to get rested up and make sure we're ready to go there. But again, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining and subscribing. We just broke the 700 subscriber mark, which is crazy. We've really been growing here these last 2 months. So that's been pretty phenomenal. So thank you everyone for your support. It's great getting new chasers joining our team out there. If you're interested in being one of our storm chasers and getting to be here on our stream, stuff like that, go to our website, extremeweathervideos.com, and you can click on the apply button. Just go to that, fill that out. We'll get in contact with you, and then we'll get you set up with everything that you need to be a part of our team. So thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Thankfully, looks like these storms have stayed kind of outside of the Ashby area. And we'll continue to keep you guys posted. We'll be back tomorrow night with a full live stream covering the ongoing severe weather outbreak across the northern plains in the western Great Lakes region. So it's going to be quite the day tomorrow. So thanks for watching, everyone. We will catch you guys on the next live stream. Have a great evening, and be sure to experience the extreme with all of us here at Extreme Weather Videos.